Alright, test, test. Hey, looks like sounds good. Hey, hi, hello. Good afternoon. Hope your weekend has been treating you well. Me, I've been pretty busy. Just finally going around running errands that I wasn't able to do because I got tied up one way or another previous weekends, but got it all squared away. And now I am restocked and everything, and I'm probably good to sustain myself for another couple of weeks. Thankfully, my task is probably not as grueling as the one that our unnamed character here will be going on in God of Weapons. This is a horde survival game developed by Archmage, I think it was like Labs, and published by Archmage Studio, I think. Yeah, it's another horde survival game, but I think this one manages to like combine things from other games together in a way that manages to kind of make its own identity. It's kind of neat. I want to show you what it's all about. So you do have a selection of characters here. You can see I don't have all of them yet, but I have a couple, and they're all sort of styled like fantasy classes. So you get characters like the Knight, the Barbarian, the Raven, Warlock, Hunter, and I think we'll start with Hunter here. So one of the comparisons I would put it towards is Brotato, because I think Brotato has sort of a similar kind of thing where each character has like personal mechanics that they have that kind of encourage you to build one way or another. Although in this case, unlike Brotato, each class here has like 3 aspects they can select from. They're like subclasses. They change their appearance and they have different mechanics. So once you select an aspect, you'll then get to pick a starting weapon, an item, and the difficulty. So weapon also functions similarly to Brotato, where that's like the first weapon you'll have. Item, you can think of it as like a class passive, so you'll get more over time. Right, they have different unlock conditions like certain other horde survival games would. Sometimes you'll know what they are, sometimes you don't. In this case, yeah, you see adjacent weapons. I will talk about that later. And you have a difficulty levels, which work like as you might expect, right? Beat the current one, and you'll unlock the next difficult level. Alright. So you pick them, and you get to move out. Kind of dig the visual style, too. It reminds me a lot of RuneScape. It's got that sort of low poly look to it. Similar to, say, Red Out 1 and not Vampire, Soulstone Survivors. Yeah. So hey, guess what? You have a floor and enemies appear and you gotta wipe them out. And again, like Brotato, it's a certain amount of time you gotta survive. So enemies you gotta beat. So occasionally barrels will drop that will have various power-ups. Like the one I currently have makes me invincible. Also currency around that you can pick up, but you don't need to worry about running into it because at the end of every wave it will all magnetize towards you. So here's the other part of it. Something similar to Backpack Hero, where you get a briefcase, has a certain number of slots, and you can just add more as you level up. By default, as far as I can tell, every level gets you 2 slots. Although there are certain upgrades that can perhaps get you more. But unlike Backpack Hero, you don't get to choose freely which slots you can expand in. You just have to hope that one of your selectable spots is something you can pick. Although you can also spend some money to reroll. But in this case, I kind of want to expand around my class item. And we'll put one over here. But like Backpack Hero, your items, they come with descriptions. You can stick them in, rotate them, make them fit inside your briefcase, and some of them will also give other benefits based on positioning. So, for example, the item I picked, the starting item I have, adjacent weapons get additional attack speed. You see things like that will encourage you to kind of organize your inventory in a way that maximizes the benefits. So after each floor, you also get a pick of 5 items to kind of purchase and then subsequently stick in your inventory. Nice thing you can do here is right-click to lock it. So normally after you leave a floor, then the selection gets re-rolled. But if you lock an item in place, then that will appear in the next floor, and then you can choose to get it there. Kind of like Brotato. Some of them are weapons, and others are passive items that give you a set of benefits and drawbacks. I think I might go for this one because it's a 2% crit chance and 3 luck. You do also get like a stats screen over on the right that you can kind of mouse over and see how everything works. And it reads like you expect it would, right? Green means your stats boosted, red means your stat is being negatively affected. Anyways, I think I've spent enough time here. Let us go to the next floor. I admit it. The fact that this game doesn't really have like any sort of indication, like it's not much of a visible indicator that you've leveled up apart from the experience bar and the level up text, right? Like, just about every other game I've played of this sort has kind of made a little fanfare of leveling up. And again, the way level ups happen in this game is a little different, so I guess it makes sense. So right, I need to maybe get some more melee weapons in here. I do like that you can see like the kind of shape the weapon will take up. So allows you to kind of plan in advance. Hey, where do we want to maybe put these inventory items? So actually, I'm going to spend some gold here to see if I can... Yeah, there we go. Spot. Alright, now I'll just throw ice crossbow here. I'll have to reposition that later. Maybe if I get like more space and more weapons, I'll reposition this so that I can have more weapons touching this part, because 30% attack rate boost is pretty good. We'll lock this in, and how do I want to branch out? Do I want to go for fists or do I want to go for axes? Yeah, I'll go for fists. Most of them tend to be squares or rectangles, pretty easy to slot in and organize. Axes usually have more awkward shapes. So yeah, most runs consist of like 20 floors, much like how Brotato has 20 stages. Your goal is to reach stage 20. And if you complete all 20 of them, you win. Oh, I guess they're floors. Did I say floors? They're floors. It's another one done. Oh man. Just give me all the ranged weapons. I need more melee weapons so I can kind of... just continue cycling the bonuses and such. Okay, so I've put it like that. Oh man. That means I won't be able to pick up a fist yet, though. Oh, I could... No, the revolver... I don't have room for that either. Lock that in. Oh, another thing to note is that weapons also have, like, I guess, attributes, and those have like set bonuses attached to them. So the more weapons you have with like a certain attribute, you'll get like passive bonuses related to it. For example, I have 2 projectile weapons, so I get a little extra range. Oh, rerolls are only 7. Let's see if I can get something good. Hey! Ebony dagger. That actually is useful. See if I can perhaps slot this in somewhere I can fit the dagger in as well. Well, I won't touch this part here just yet, but maybe next floor I'll get it. Oh man, we got roly-polies. I remember seeing a lot of those as a kid and always being fascinated by them, right? They're just like crawling on the dirt, and I touch them, and then they curl up, allow me to pick them up and just like, you know, roll them around in my palm. Of course, me being a kid, I also threw them, but I'm sure the bug came out okay, right? I've had a fair amount of experiences with bugs back in the day. It's kind of weird that I'm like a lot more icked out by them these days. Man, this is just like the neat obsessionist within me that is making me want to kind of spread out my inventory in sort of a box-like manner. I'm not sure if I should be pleased or disturbed by that. Oh, I do resource gain with Abacus. It is a luck penalty. To be honest, you get like so much money in this game, and the weapons, the price of the weapons doesn't scale up nearly quickly enough. Like, I think the intent here is to use all that money you have to just like constantly re-roll, you know, available spaces and shop item inventory. Okay, this cross tornado probably won't be picked up for a while. Goodness, that thing is huge. Can I at least get oh wait, no, I should get a melee weapon. Oh no, I can get either. I have 2 melee weapons already. We'll go with let's see. Oh wait, throwing dagger would probably be more useful because I can get a attack speed boost by putting it adjacent to this dagger. I'm gonna put this here too, because this one gets extra damage per kill, so I want that to have like a higher attack rate. Should I reroll? I'll do 1 reroll. See, move speed and luck. Well, I like that. And yeah, we'll lock this in. It's a dagger. It'll benefit from more daggers. I just need to remember to start building out to the right, so I can slot more daggers in there. Part of me thinks I should probably not save that fist anymore either. I should probably just like focus on daggers and crossbows. Don't want to spread myself too far. That's the thing with these kinds of roguelikes. You need to kind of zero in on the strat you're going for and try not to stray too much from it. You need to be specialized, because most of the time trying to be a jack of all trades is going to lead you nowhere. Okay. Oh wait, I can't unlock because I need to pick out some spaces. Okay. Admittedly, maybe not the best, but I can get some stuff in here. I don't need that. We'll unlock the fist. And we'll do 1 reroll, see if we can get like maybe a 1 slot item or something. Does not look like we get that, but we do have some crossbows and a whetstone. I can lock these in. We'll go to the next floor. Thankfully, the time limits on most of these floors are like mercifully short. They rarely go over a minute. Floors are pretty variable in size too. Oh yeah, this is another thing I forgot to mention. You do have the ability to dash. Like every few seconds, you can dash your way through, and it's a kind of dash you would expect it to be. It renders you invincible, lets you phase through enemies, so you can kind of use it as a oh snap sort of button if you're in a precarious situation. Just hit the dash and get yourself out of there. So definitely a whole lot better than a mighty number 9 dash. I'll tell you that much. Yeah. Alright, well, I just gotta keep moving. Probably not like doing the best kind of inventory management, but it's what I got. This is like standard hunter weaponry, right? Just daggers and crossbows. This is the kind of thing you would expect someone just sneaking in the shadows to do, right? You got crossbows for the range stuff, and then also throwing daggers, and you also got regular melee daggers for if you need to do some close range combat. I'm sure this is like a Resident Evil 4 style situation where they're just really good at daggers. They can parry anything coming at their way, even a chainsaw, right? Leon, stop that chainsaw! And goes and keeps the chainsaw at bay with the knife, and then you hear rules of nature. But I digress. Oh man, all I can do is throw in a whetstone. Part of me wonders if I should build out in the other direction too. That way I can perhaps get some of these, because I have a weapon here that gives benefits to other projectile weapons, but it's massive. I think about it. I need more daggers. And again, oh, we'll hold that one, and we'll move on. It is nice that restocks kind of just refill the entire shop, so even if you do make a few purchases, you can like keep making purchases as long as you got the cash. That said, there are achievements, I think, for ending a run with having a certain amount of money on hand, so. Also that kind of sort of RPG hoarder mentality where you're like, yeah, I could use the money now, but what if I need it like later on? You know, if you're going all the way up to the final floor, you got like 5,000 gold, and like, nah, surely it'll come in handy later. Ooh, 5 spaces. Let's see. Yep, can build out this way. So I will. Man. See if I can like rearrange some stuff around here. So for the slot in like that. Okay. Put that there. Oh, these projectile weapons aren't touching anymore. Oh, they don't give any benefits. I can put this here. Man, I got way more blank space than I would like to have. Oh, a hand crossbow. Well, we'll put that in for now. I can sell it later. And wow, look at that. Little power of a little reorganizing. This is what it does for you. Alright. Oh crap. I forgot I had an item outside. Well, that is the other nice thing. If you leave an item outside, then it will just automatically sell it for money. It could be a good or a bad thing. On the bright side, you get slightly compensated. On the downside, maybe that was an item that was like crucial to your build. And in my case, I think that was like a red key, right? So that was only like a move speed and a tiny luck increase, so I'm not going to lose sleep over it. Yeah. The way the weapons just kind of float on the character's back and just like fly out and hit people reminds me a lot of, well, I guess, well, the floating weapons bit at least reminds me of Genshin Impact, because I know that game does floating weapons. Just seem to like suddenly have their weapon just materialize out of nowhere, and then once they're done with it, they do a little sheathing pose while the weapon just materializes teleports to their back and floats there. Okay, I have to see what do I need to do to slot this cross tornado in. Okay, so I need 8 spaces. If I boot the hand crossbow, I can make room for it. I can free up 4. I need a 3x2. Which probably means I would need to move some stuff. Let's see. I think I would have to sell like quite a few things if I wanted to actually get it in there this round. I feel like I could definitely do it next floor. Let's see. I probably could use the space here. I think that would help me. So I can reroll and just get that available. Ah, there we go. I think if I get one here, that should give me enough breathing room that I can slot in cross tornado. That being said, I don't know if the game will allow me to build beyond that point. I think I might have to fill out the rest of this column here if I want to build it out here a little further. So I don't think I can put a cross tornado in just yet. So I guess what I can do for now is just throw in some throwing daggers. I'll sell them later. And, oh, should I save this one? The Mac crossbow. Or I could just, like, swap out my tier 2 crossbow for this one. Yeah, I'll do it. Sell that, put that in there. Because there's no sort of building stat associated with it. Yeah, some of the items have, like, a stat that will build as it lands kills. Alright, so on floor 10, at least on difficulty 1, you'll face off against an elite enemy. You can tell it's elite because it's got a red tint on it, and it tends to have significant attacks. But wow, I kind of kicked its butt super handily there. They were a lot more of a threat when I started this game. Anyways, as you can see, enemies also start becoming more of a threat. Whether they just deal more damage, or they gain projectile attacks, or have the ability to charge at you, or home in on ya, or leap at you. So you gotta be a little bit more mindful. Try to keep up either your DPS or find some ways to kind of tone down the damage they deal to you, one way or another. Oh my god, what a trident! When hitting enemies, multiple tridents swarm from the ground around enemies. What the crap? It's a tier 3. But it's a polearm, though. Or I'm focused on crossbows and daggers, sadly. As cool as that is. Hey. I think I can sell this now. Also sell the hand crossbow. put that there. Now we can put in the cross tornado. Hey, look at that. Not the most efficient placement, but I think I can handle this for now. Lock in this dagger at least. So if we need to build more daggers, we can do so. I guess the one feature that it doesn't have with Brotato is that you can't combine weapons of the same type together to get a higher tiered version. But what they have is like good enough. There are items that you can use to kind of tier up your weapons, but it's like very specific. Now we got like winged skeletons with swords. Could they be like fallen gargoyles? Oh no. Hopefully Keith David isn't among one of them. Ooh. Oh, so just as I was talking about, hey, there's a thing you can use to increase an items tier. Here it is. This is the thing I'm talking about. Arcane Anvil. Now, the way consumables work is like kind of interesting. I'll show it to you once I pick my slots out. I'll try to go for the top right, maybe. Yeah, that works. Okay, so what you gotta do is first you buy them. That'll put them in your inventory. And then you gotta right click, which will let you open up the, go to the, the item window, and you can choose what you want to do with it. You saw, I did it earlier when I had when I was selling my other items, but now you can choose what you want to do here, right? Sell, put outside, or upgrade. So now I have to pick an item to upgrade. I think I want to perhaps I'll upgrade my cross tornado. And boom, just like that, it is upgraded. I like my extra range, so I don't know if a plus 20% resource gain would be quite worth it. We can do a reroll because I have a ton of money. Oh hey, just a Talon. It's like unconditional projectile power and crit chance boost. Yeah, I'll take that. And next floor. 9 floors to go. We're a little over halfway there. You could say I'm living on a prayer. How many times have I made that joke? I know some people out there who maybe not like the biggest fans of Bon Jovi because, you know, a good number of his songs are about wanting to be like a cowboy in some way or another, but I don't know. I find them fun. I don't take it like too seriously, but yeah, I can perhaps understand maybe someone's maybe not the fondest of steel horses, even if I think it's like a pretty amusing way to describe a motorcycle. I think my particular fondness for Bon Jovi like just comes from Rock Band. Because Rock Band 1 had, was it Wanted, Dead or Alive? And I think it was like the perfect representation of like what Rock Band was all about, because the really old Rock Band songs had the audience singing along. Like if you did well enough, all right, you play your songs and you hear the audience just like singing in the background too, and it sounded like something you would hear at a concert, right? You hear like Bon Jovi and I'm wanted, and then the audience would chime in like a beat later, wanted, dead or alive, and man, the way it just like made you feel like an absolute rock star, right? This is audience and they're singing along with you because you're playing this song super well, and then oh my god, it felt so good. That's why I have a really fond. I have a really big fondness for Rock Band. The game is fantastic. I'm glad Rock Band 4 is still chugging along. It's kind of nuts, though. Isn't it like... I want to say it's almost 8-ish years old. I remember hearing about it being announced, what was it, like back in mid-2010s. We were all super excited too because, you know, Rock Band 3 came out and then they said they were like halting DLC releases, and boy did they end that one on a nice note. And then they come back later, it's like Rock Band 4. And granted, maybe didn't have like, you know, the best start, but they managed to refine it into something respectable. And they even had like a Rivals expansion, was kind of unprecedented and pretty cool, and came with a bunch more songs too. Honestly, the only thing I still wish Rock Band would do is just like have more Weird Al songs, because they had the one, right? It's like when Rock Band 4 first came out, they had the one Weird Al song you could get as DLC, but they haven't had any new Weird Al songs since then. Like, I remember seeing the Weird Al song in Rock Band, I was like, oh man, what if this opens the door to more Weird Al songs, right? Whether it be like, you know, his original compositions or the parody pieces, or both. Ideally, that would have been awesome, but sadly, nothing since then, as far as I can tell. I had to admit, I haven't been keeping up with like DLC releases for a good long while, so I don't know if they have put out like... I don't know what else they've put out since then. I like this Assassin's Glove. It's like a big crit chance and attack speed boost. I could probably boot the Whetstone, maybe. Alright, I should probably start making room for this ice crossbow. I'll probably put it, like, maybe... I think here might work. So... depending on how many level ups I get on the next floor, I could probably get the ice crossbow in there. But for now, we'll throw in an Assassin's Glove. And, let's do one reroll, see what we can procure. Oh man, a Ceremonial Dagger. Adjacent weapons have an extra 15% trigger, lifesteal, and kill. Ooh, that's pretty useful. Oh, and a tier 2 Talon. Maybe not. But I think what I can do is boot one of these daggers. We'll sell it 7 so we can slot in the Ceremonial. Actually, I should probably swap these two, because here I can have it affect more weapons. That way my throwing daggers, my ice crossbow will be affected. This is like 4 as opposed to here where it would only affect 3, so probably a good spot for it. Alright. Yeah, nothing else I want to lock in, so let's move on. Get pew-pew it up in here. So now we've moved on from skeletons to, I think, hooded skeletons. They're wielding, like, hooks. I wonder if they were, like, they handled meat in their previous lives. Was it with, like, dreary dungeon settings and butchers, anyway? I guess they have, like, a naturally imposing appearance already, considering, you know, they handle, meat a lot, so you imagine they get, like, you know, entrails and, blood and such on them, and have a weapon at the ready. I guess there's like a certain horror in sort of the thing that would normally be like a rather, you know, more average job, just suddenly be turned into a absolute menace. That just kind of sticks out, right? Only 2 spaces, so I won't get a nice crossbow in this round either. But we'll keep expanding on the right here. Or maybe I want to do the scatter shot instead, because this one gets benefit from having adjacent projectile weapons. Yeah, we'll put that there. Oh, this is like a strictly better... Well, different. So this one is slower. This one gets me more dodge chance on top of that, but... Yeah, it's only 3% damage. I think I can handle that. We'll sell that. Put that in here. Shackles. Get more armor, but enemies are way faster, and you're a little slower. It's like a thing that's like a popular plot. At least, maybe not popular, but it's one that seems to be fairly recurring. Right? It's like the two characters, they get bound together in some way or another, usually just like handcuffs, and then suddenly they gotta like work together while they find a way to free themselves from their predicament. So now we got like giant minotaur-like fellas just coming after us. Fortunately, they got lost in the maze that they were guarding, found themselves here. Like, now I must destroy this person here who's got a ton of floating weapons on their back. Also got like spiders and hooded fellas with staves that shoot meteors at us. Anyways, this is like a pretty common sight later on. You see like a gigantic crowd of enemies just coming after you, and you're just like circling around the stage while they're just like desperately at the center just trying to beeline it to you. But they're super confused because you keep turning. It's like, oh man, why can't you just run in one direction so I can just catch up to you with my superior speed? I probably should be glad that they're not more intelligent, right? Alright, put this here. And you know what, we'll just fill out this row. That way I can slot that there, and then we can throw this here. Oh, wait, no, this is probably a better way to put it. You know what, we got enough space for another glove. Oh, +1 dash, but I think I'm doing okay enough with my current one. Extra dash. Don't discount it. It saved my bacon a lot in Soulstone Survivors, that's for sure, so. I mean, sure, on one hand, this game doesn't seem to require... doesn't have like as many situations that would require you to kind of dash your way through enemies a lot, but on the other hand, can never do wrong with an extra dash. Something about just having that sort of safety net. You know, just in case you mess up that first dash, you can either use that second dash to cover more distance or get yourself out of whatever you might have stuck yourself in. In addition to the invincibility power-up that you can find in barrels, you can also find a pile of money. You can also find a bomb that will explode. And there's also healing items. Amusingly enough, it's just like a giant plate of meat. Personally, I would not trust a meat that came out of a barrel, but any port in the storm and all that. And there's also like a symbol that if you pick up just gives you an instant level up right there and then, which is pretty nice. Alright, this is 4x4. Oh, I only get 2 spaces. That being said... What's my crit chance? 24. That's me... -1 armor, +3, but... 1 move speed. Oh wait! I can stick that here, put this here, the boots here. Yeah, there we go! Look at that. Yeah, and a little thought. Little planning helps out. It's gonna be a +5% crit chance. Is there anything I can boot here for that? So you got a lot of melee power, good enough attack speed. Do I want to trade that for a little extra dodge chance? Lifesteal's at 0, so that's not going to be much of a problem. Oh yeah, I got more crit chance attack speed here. You know what? Yeah, we'll sell the whetstone. We'll throw in dragonfly wing. Okay. That's the entire inventory filled. Look at that. Now we're fighting like giant obsidian skeletons. Oh, hey, look, it's wolves, werewolves, classic fantasy enemy staple right there. They're all coming after me. Unfortunately, much like every other enemy that is out for my head, I fortunately have to put them down. Sorry. You left me no choice. Oh, we got like giant rolling bugs. What was that one rolling bug that was like in Pokemon? I forget its name. Kind of reminds me of that too. Man, I wish I could get into Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. It's like the game that feels like it would be like right up my alley. Just open world Pokemon, kind of go where you wish, explore fields, find secrets. Kind of, you know, took some good things from Arceus, and I hear the Terra type is like pretty neat, and they improved on raids too. But I don't know. I started the game and then I just kind of put it down. And now it's got like DLC too, and I heard the DLC is like pretty decent as well. At least the story is. Alright, I gotta pick 6 spaces, so... If I remember correctly, there's like an achievement for having less than 0 lifesteal, so... Much as I want the red cube, I don't think I will pick that up. Let's see... A bit of rearranging. I could probably slot in one of these crossbows here. So let's see. Yeah, if I rotated this, I could probably fit Scattershot crossbow in here. Probably require me to sell like a few items. Or no, I don't need to sell items. I just need to pick them out in a way that I can. Yeah, just rearrange that. We can... Yeah, there we go. Hey! It's me. Good at rearranging. Since we have so much money, we can just re-roll and see if we can turn up. What? A dice set. Plus 7 luck and 1% crit chance. Fortunately, there aren't any other 1-slot items in here. Is there anything I can boot? Yeah, you know what? I'll ditch the herb. Hopefully that won't do me in. So I can recover health by, like, hoping for the plates of meat, right? No, one more reroll. Maybe we'll get... Hey! +2 armor. Meh. It's not gonna do much for me. Increased damage. Yeah, we'll only reduce damage by 1%. That's actually nothing. Okay, you know what? We'll just move on. I am sitting on a ton of weapons, so I think my arsenal's pretty good as it is. Usually you'll generally have a good idea if your current build will kind of get you far or not. Because, you know, you'll see if the enemies are being mowed down quickly enough or not. Usually comes a case of, oh, do I need to use my dash a lot to get through the crowd, or can I just, like, comfortably circle strafe the crowd here and mow them all down? think it's the enemies that like shoot the shockwaves that usually get me, because most of the time I'm used to like, you know, singular projectiles, but you get the ones that have the wider projectiles that you gotta have to maneuver a bit more carefully around, and it's a little tricky, I'll tell you. Oh, if I slot it here, and I put one here, and move this whetstone over here, and I put that there, I shove a dagger in here. Hey, look at me. I am good at this. Tier 2 automatic crossbow. Lock that in. Alright, here it is, the penultimate floor. Meet the new floor. This is actually not the same as the old floor, actually. They do have stronger enemies, probably different enemies. Might be a different shape, different size, and everything. The Who reference would not be completely appropriate here. It's always a thing I'm tempted by, it's just to like get closer to the crowd of enemies so I can hit more of them, mow them down so I get even more experience up. But see, I'm like playing with fire now because I put myself at death's door by trying to get too close to it. I don't even need to do that. I have ranged weapons. I could just like stand from range and most of them will find a target pretty easily. Alright, here it is. A final floor. Exquisite fan. Oh, is that a weapon or a item? Fortunately, most of its benefits come from me not moving, and as it is with these kinds of games, you kind of want to be on the move, so I don't know if I'll take that. Alright. I guess depending on what I sell, I could perhaps make room for another automatic crossbow. I would assume the fact that they aren't like giving me any more spaces, like even like blank squares on this side, means I kind of built my limit to that in that direction, so I'll see if I can try to get at least... Is it congruent? Is the word congruent for like spaces that are next to each other? Is that the word I should be using? So I have 4. If I want anything bigger than a throwing dagger, I would have to rearrange some stuff. Or... Oh. What I could do is maybe try to go for a cross-volver. That has the exact shape I would need to kind of slot in there. Yeah, let's do that. We're gonna unlock this and see if we can either luck our way into a cross-volver or maybe get some good passive items. One or the other. Oh, what I could do is just boot one of these daggers, though, for a tier 2 set. That's cool. Alright, we'll lock that one in. Another reroll. Oh, hey, this one gives me a lot of attack speed and crit chance. Okay, we're going with passives. I'll put you in, and you. And, alright. Final floor. So, like, any floor, you face off against a boss. There's a big one. Yeah, much like Brotato, you have a certain amount of time, and if you run out of time, then you just win. You just don't defeat the boss, that's all. So you don't have to worry about trying to kill it. If you don't have the DPS to take it on, just evade it. Uh-oh. Dang it. See, I got in over my head. I thought I could get in safely, and I was not able to withstand as many hits as I thought it could. Alright. Well, only thing you can do, just pick yourself up Try again. I think we'll stick with the same loadout here. So there is some meta progression you can check out. Right, there's the tower, the statue here. You know, it's staple of Horde Survival. You have a permanent stat boost you can purchase with your meta currency. I already got some. Yeah, and then over here you have the Monolith of Wish. It's basically an achievements tracker, so you can see how far you are to get in certain accomplishments and which ones you've got. And you can also see what you get from them. So you'll see that I have the other currency called Keys. I think those you can only get by completing achievements, so... Over here you have the Armory. This is where you can go to either look at the items you've managed to see during a run, or there are some that you can acquire, which will make them available during a run. It's kind of an interesting way of doing it. It's not like other games where, you know, weapons and the passive items will also be unlocked through like achievements and stuff. Here, it's like, okay, you can kind of choose what you want to add to the pool. Oh, Dust of Enlarging. Increases inventory space by 3, but you have to face 2 elite enemies on the next floor. So this is like kind of a thing, right? Some of the potions will give you like restorative skills or benefits, but they'll usually add more enemies on the next floor. There's also an enemy out there that's just like works like a healing potion, but again, it will add more enemies on the next floor. So you have to hope that, you know, your build will be able to take them out. Oh, deck of cards. Substantial luck boost. That's a 2x2. And you know what? It's all benefits, so I'll throw that in there. And you know what? I'll get the Dust of Enlarging. More inventory space. Always a plus. Ooh. Big experience gain in exchange for a little move speed penalty. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. And now we are low on the bottom currency, so... Why don't we try again? Maybe I'll actually play the Ranger as intended, right? Stay at range. I don't know. The thing with ranged weapons is that, you know, with the way this game just kind of auto-targets enemies, or sometimes they don't target the ones you want them to target. It's like, you know, Bounty of 1 last week, where desperately wanted them to hit the sheriffs before the deputies came out, and sometimes I made it, and other times it was not lucky. Alright. Oh, wait, I had to choose spaces first, so... Man. Still mad at myself that I made a fool of myself. Well, as one might say, this too shall pass. Definitely had, like, you know, plenty of moments before where I feel like the decision I made, you know, messed me up, and I end up like, kind of, you know, like dwelling on it for a little bit. But you know, over time, the feeling goes away, right? It's like, well, it's done. What can you do? Just learn from it and move on. Sometimes it's not about. Alright, sometimes it's like more about what you take from it and what you do in the future than it is about, you know, the thing that happened, which is still important, obviously, but let's see. Yeah, we'll go with extra range for now. Yeah, that works. Next floor. Lots of skeletons, lots of Stalfos. Lots of eye stalks as well. Kinda like Beholder-ish. Oh, they're not eyes, they're more like masked phantoms. Interesting enemies. One of the things I can appreciate is when a game like this has like a bestiary. You know, even if it just like ends up being 90% flavor, it's kind of nice to see what kind of things the devs have thought up of. Yeah, when we were playing. I was playing Vampire Survivors last night with my friends. We were looking over some of the descriptions in there. We were having a good laugh at it. Especially when one of them was just like, yeah, enemy is like the combination of 5 attributes, and 4 of them were like appropriately menacing. They were like, you know, despair, grief, things like that, and then the final one was being wet. It's like you got like a whole host of fearsome sounding things that would make you quiver in fear, and then you have being wet. I mean, you know, some people that is a legitimate fear, right? Either they have a condition that makes them allergic to water, or they just don't like water, or you know, they're hydrophobic. All very legitimate reasons to not be a fan of water. But the way they put it, it's just like, ha. I only get 2 spaces this time. Well, they give me a lot of projectiles, so might as well keep building out that way, huh? Alright, I should probably build up this row here so I can get something to touch over here. So we'll do that. Man, now you just got like sentient bombs just like slowly shuffling their way towards us. It's a good thing they're not faster. These aren't like the serious Sam enemies that just like run at you with 2 bombs in their head and you're like, ah! Hey, look at that. Made some room for a slot of hand the crossbow in there. We'll just move on. Lots of flying eyeballs this time. These are like actually flying eyeballs. Thankfully, it doesn't seem like they do much more than fly at you. They're like bats, except probably a lot creepier. Really good thing this is a low poly game, because it's a very good opportunity to make these flying bats with wings that's super duper creepy. That's another one down. Yeah, we'll continue building out from the top. Like so. Can at least buy a die and a monocle. Yep, that'll do. Yeah, we can buy an axe for now to fill this spot, but I'm definitely going to be selling it next floor. It's space filler. So I can have at least something there to improve my DPS, even if it is a very nominal amount. I could have probably tried re-rolling for you know, the one crossbow that would probably fit into that slot as well, but hey, maybe I could use that money later too. Again, the hoarder mentality is encroaching in on my brain. That mind worm. Okay, I wanna get some spaces up there. Let's see if I can. Yep, it shows up like so. And we'll just build 2 here. Alright. Selling axe like I said I would. And yeah, we'll put the crossbow up here for now. I might swap that out for cross tornado. Lock this in, lock that in because I like barrels. Alright, next floor. I notice I'm picking a lot of projectile weapons, not a whole lot of melee weapons. Then again, the game seems to be throwing crossbows and stuff at me. It would be nice to get a dagger or something. Oh well, at least as long as I have at least one melee weapon, I can take advantage of the swinging back and forth bonus that this character has. Oh, here's an interesting one. Increase critical chance by 5, decrease vitality by 5. It would probably help if I didn't lock in so many crossbows. Yeah, maybe I'll uncheck that one once I can. Alright. Oh, wait, yeah, I can build this out here and here. Go ahead and consume, or use it. More barrels per floor. We'll put that up for now. That's always handy. And let's see if I can like roll a dagger or something. That would be nice. Wait, or discount card. Minus 10% item price, but really, these things are not that expensive to begin with, so I think it's that worth it. Yeah, what can I do with this? Small resource penalty in exchange for about a 10% damage boost is pretty handy. And we'll unlock that. We'll move on. I would not mind more daggers, though. Having more daggers increases the damage of my projectile weapons as well, so that's always handy. Oh man, I'm only gonna get 1 level up. It's okay, I will manage. If I put it here, and I just need something in like the top right corner. Other side. Will it even give it to me? Okay, there we go. Kept on like wanting me to select this space for some reason. Oh wait, I have a dagger right here. Okay. I think I can boot for it. Let's see. I think I could do with less range. I can move the thorn bracer over there. Yeah, we sell this. Oh, put this over here. Put that over here. Yeah. Dagger goes here. I'll just add a die for now. So on the next floor, if we can get like a space up here, then we can throw in a cross tornado. That would be pretty rad. For now, we wait. Time will come eventually. Ah, it is 410, so we gotta face off against the elite. Actually a beholder. Butt was kicked all the same, though. Oh. Gotta watch myself. Getting overconfident did me in last time. As old saying goes, is it? No, that one doesn't apply here. The one I was gonna say was a fool me once, shame on me. Wait, no, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. But that doesn't apply here, because I'm not being like bamboozled or anything. This is just me getting a little bit too big for my britches, as one might put it. You just get this spot up here. Can like just slot in a cross tornado. Something tells me I might need to build out this row though before they let me pick something up here. Okay, yeah. So give me something in the center. I got like 132 rerolls. Oh, less than that because I need to buy the cross tornado as well. All right, if I pick something there, will you let me pick something? RNG, am I right? Okay, you know what? See if I can make this work. No, that one should stay there, I think. Okay, we'll put this out for now. That there, that there. Okay, if we did it like that, perhaps. I might have to sell the hand crossbow, but that's like pretty vanilla item, so might not be a bad idea. Alright. Put it up here, then we have these spots. Think about what else I can slot in there. Can put that there, maybe. That. I'm just gonna... I'll sell this. Oh, we can put that there. And... the daggers won't be adjacent, but... Can perhaps... make it up later. Ooh. That went pretty well, I think. Let's see. If I put this here, perhaps... Okay. Okay. Hey! Look at me! I'm good at this packing thing. We'll just put in a water skin. Next floor. It's really satisfying when you manage to figure things out like that. Oh, show. This game sure loves its skeletons. I have skeletons like various different poses and such. Oh man. You have wings, projectile, and a dagger. But only 2 spaces. At least throw this here. Do you wanna hang on to that water skin? Yeah, I do. Then again, it's only 15% dodge chance. Already at -2 armor. It's like a nominal amount of extra damage. And let's see. 0.25 health per second. That's like 1 health every 4 seconds. You imagine, like, you know, the time limits that are as short as they are, that's not a whole lot of health you're recovering. Yeah, we'll sell that. And we'll just throw in a cloak. Right, a shadow hood. Next floor. I feel like I'm not nearly getting as many weapons as I did in the last run. When I reach a high enough level, it'll be all about just like circling the edges of the room, trying to make sure I run into as few enemies as possible. You know, if I get the invincibility, get in the crowd, mess them up real good, and once it starts wearing off, get the heck out. Like so. We got next? Ooh, more daggers. Okay, I want some spaces to open up here so I can get the dagger synergy going. Yeah, just like that. Alright, I can put this here. Yeah, we'll just slot the dagger in here. No, we'll lock that in for now. Alright, next floor. Hopefully if I get enough spaces, I can start rearranging more items out so that I can get the daggers closer to the class item. I can work on ramping up that one dagger. Because that dagger, dagger I just picked up gets more attack every, let's say, 50 kills. Yeah. It's a tiny increase, but I can perhaps make that boost a little more boosty if I give it some benefits. I walked right through that pit of spites. Luckily, it was already up. Ooh, barrel. Ooh, it's invincibility. I love invincibility. I'm getting this like 1 level up. Perhaps a little off-putting. Yeah, we'll just throw it here for now. What's that? Melee power. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can reroll. Maybe get another 2 slot. Let's see. Oh. Hey. Oh, it's only 22. Get me a small damage boost. Yep. Next flow. Definitely will be first on like the cut list for sure. Once I get more spaces for daggers. I do like that they have indicators to let you know where the enemies are going to strike. Give you a split second to react to it and move accordingly. Or just try to kill them dead. Obviously the bigger risk. That being said, it can be fun to pull off a counter, so I can get why people would like to do that. Thing I like to do in Naraka Blade Point. Kind of able to gotten accustomed to knowing when people will do the counterable attacks, and I do the counter, and then I just see them fall on their butts, and I'm like, yeah, that's me. I did that. Okay. See if I can rearrange this stuff here. Definitely gonna sell the hunter's hat. It's just a temporary space taker. Okay. Oh. You know what? I'll consume this for extra crit chance. There. And alright. So I slot this here. I'll put this over here for now, because I can slot this dagger here. This one here. This one here. Ooh. I think this gives us decent space for a cross revolver. Trying to get a mental image of this, and the best way to put that in would probably be like this. Yeah. I can put that there for now. Lock that in. And we shall move on. I probably want to start building up here, because I have this extra space here. 75% of the way. Pretty soon we'll be back at where we last fell. Wish I had more throwing daggers, but ah well. I think what I have currently will hopefully get me through. Real lucky that the last 4 got me 3 level ups. That was like enough inventory space to kind of get everything I wanted. Oh, man, these are the enemies that are also really scary. You see that line, at that point you have a split second to kind of get out of the way, because after that they will fire a screen-wide reaching beam. So, yeah, it's the ones that like shoot the wide projectile and the ones that just shoot the beams that can hit you from anywhere. They're the ones that I think are the most fearsome. It's like, I fear no monster, but those things, they scare me. Great, definitely put one there, and I guess we can put one here. And we'll throw in the assassin's glove, like that. Next floor. We are letting these bodies hit the floor. See, I almost did it dumb, walked into an attack range. Oh, I'm invincible for now, so I can get in their face, but gotta remember to get out of their face once the invincibility is about to wear off. Oh, there's a lot of these shields. I should probably start using them. It's nice when you get like multiple of them out and you just stay in a crowd for a good long while. Just to mow them down with impunity. Ouch. Got smashed in the face by a werewolf leap. Ooh. I can get myself just enough spaces for an extra dash while I do that. Thankfully, like, you know, the random selection seems fairly smart enough that it will offer up an adjacent space if you happen to pick something close to there. That's pretty cool. So yeah, a little extra move speed and 1 dash. So I move 10% faster. If I get like 2 more pairs of boots, I could become 20% faster. Well, overall. Obviously not. In general. In that instance. I'm still mowing them down at a fair rate. Right. You get like the crowd of enemies, but they're dissipating at a good rate. This is like the point where not having any sort of natural recovery might come back to bite me. I just need like a giant plate of meat, y'all. Just get me some good meat. I would be ever so grateful. Or a potion, that would be nice too. Do I want elites at this point? I feel like that would be my downfall. I got some elites up in there. Let's see if I can try to get some spaces over here, because I got this dagger that's waiting to kind of get slotted in there. Oh, but only 2 spaces, so I can't put it in just yet. And as much as I want that dust of enlarging, having 2 elites, especially when I don't have all that much health, this would probably be the end of me. This might still be the end of me. I just might have a hope of surviving. Ah! Oh my god. Could you imagine if that blow was like enough to actually take me out? How heartbreaking that would have been. Okay. Why do their leaps just like home in right on me? It feels like I gotta like, if I see them leap at me, I just gotta dash out of the way. It's almost guaranteed to kind of smack into me. I ran into a spike trap. My efforts to evade one thing put me into another thing. Ah. I want to show off other characters. You know what? Let's do that. Let's pick someone else. Maybe that's what I need to do. I haven't tried the Warlock yet. Magic power modifications are 10% more effective. A little extra vitality and magic power. Only enchanted weapons will appear. And bonus damage over time. Almost like they're trying to say, hey, pick a fire weapon. So I will. Adjacent weapons get damage reduced by 50%, but they also apply curse damage. 1% max health of enemy per second for each 2 magic power. Oh, also slows enemies. You know what? We'll try you out. Ooh, you float too. Look at that. Very much looking like what you might expect a Reaper to look like, right? You got the all-covering black robes and the chains. So you're metal as heck. Wonder what their favorite bands are. I'm sure you can think of some metal bands. Metallica, Iron Maiden, Black Sabbath. Some of these upgrades are interesting. It's like some of them will reduce dash cooldown. This one's like extra temporary slot, give you a bit more breathing room to rearrange everything. Maybe I should be going for that. A little extra breathing room always comes in handy. Alright. Next run. Maybe this will be the one. Curse Knight not be useful now, but I imagine later floors where enemies might not go down in one hit, something like that will come in handy. And yeah, as promised, it's all enchanted items. Let's see, if I put one here, I can slot in an extra fire wand. Are these projectiles? Do they count as projectiles? Or are they magic? The thing about these wands, they have kind of oddball shapes, so a little bit more tricky to fit into a briefcase. But wow, look at that. Thanks to my planning. Ah, dang, not enough money. Alright, you're coming in next round. And we'll just move on, because I don't have that much money to begin with. And it's early. I think I can survive with just 2 fire wands, right? Meat, I probably could have used that last run. Alright, now I can buy the... Oh, wait, I gotta pick spaces first. Oh. Just pick one over here and I can just slot in another fire rod. Oh, come on. There we go. And... like so. Put this over here. Like so. Hey, hey! And we have a crossbow. Lock that in. Oh. Maybe I want to get a prism blade as well, actually. Additional fire or ice chance for each adjacent wand or staff. Should probably also build some inventory spaces this way so I can reap more benefits of the Book of Demon. I can cross that bridge when I come to it. How does one defeat 5 floors without leveling up? That's a really good question. I do remember seeing that achievement. Let's see. I think if I had to guess, the best way to do it would be to just you know, you do the first floor as normally. After that, sell your weapon, and then just like run around the area like your life depends on it, because it does. That way, you don't kill anything, so you definitely won't level up. Just do that. Do that for 5 floors. So if you can, like, you know, survive floor 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, then that would probably get you to it. Also, hello, Twin P. Welcome. Thanks for checking me out. Yeah, that is the last aspect of the wizard. Okay. Alright. Want to get some inventory spaces in this way. Yeah, if I build it out this way, I can perhaps slot in this staff. Maybe not right now, but eventually. Let's see. Or a lot of armor and dodge, maybe. Oh, that would probably be helpful too, you know, so that way you can get hit, but give yourself some space to maneuver around. I want this, and probably not going to make that much use of it. And I'm a little tight for money at the moment, so... But yeah, since you gain experience by killing enemies, it probably will lead me to think that, you know, if you take away your means of killing enemies, then you won't be able to level up, and that will let you progress on that achievement. It's probably I could do, I just have not done it. There we go. 2 levels, so we'll get ourselves a lot of inventory spaces to expand upon. Ooh, and the scroll. We'll put some spaces here then. Throw that here for now. Yeah, you know what? We'll sell this shadow mushroom. And we'll throw in a prism blade. Look at that. Only benefits one wand, but hopefully I can eventually get this to a point where I can have it benefit more wands. Right? That's the end goal. It's floor 5. We're a quarter of the way. We'll be a quarter of the way there once we get through this area. Oh man, we got all the enchanted items. Holy cow. That is a really long staff. 6 spaces. I don't think I've seen a longer weapon. Okay. Probably build out this way. So... yeah. Man, I picked the might have been some bad picks there. Oh. Maybe I should start building out for the ruby staff so I can put it here and I can have it benefit the prism blade. Trident! Have you seen that? Can't remember how many spaces it takes, but definitely a lot. Oh, I can imagine. Yeah, tridents are pretty long, and then you got the, the 3-pronged at the end. That probably takes up a good amount of space too. I did have was the cross tornado in my previous run. That was like 8 spaces. You had like the 2x3 rectangle, and then you had like the 2 extra squares off of one of the sides. So that one was always tricky to slot into a case. It's only 1 row, but don't remember how many. Okay. I still can imagine that one being like substantially long. All right. Pick 4 spaces. Hopefully I can get like 2 down here. Let's see. Okay. Like so. Just need 1 more. 47 rerolls. Said I don't know if it'll let me have it until I build more out in this row, so maybe like that. Will you get me? Other side, could you... something in the middle, please? Could you get me something in the middle? There we go. Boom! Just taking up a lot of space, but... alright, around here I want to put down more melee weapons like this fire mace. Scroll mastery still doing work. Alright. For now, it seems like my build is able to keep everyone at bay. First, we are only about to exit the first third of this run, so things can keep on ramping up from here. Oh. I really need to not get in front of those giant skeletons with the maces. I imagine they probably hurt. Oh, hey, this is the one you were talking about. The trident, right? 7! Look at that. It's a one square wide, but 7 squares long. Yeah, when hitting enemies, multiple tridents swarm from the ground around enemies. So if you can put this in there, you got yourself a really darn good weapon, but... yeah, the challenge is getting it in there. Man, a lot of these enchanted weapons tend to be either really long or really awkwardly shaped. Is it longer than the other staff? Yeah, it is. This one's only 6 squares. This one's 7. I want them to like put in like a pole staff, like just like just a really long stick. Make that 8 squares or something. Only have 2 spaces, so I probably won't be able to put in any more weapons, but perhaps fill it out. Played with it once, and it's pretty powerful with the AoE it does. Ooh, maybe I should lock it in. Is there anything I can boot? I probably don't need an ice wand. Ice crossbow is awkward too. Okay. That way we can leave some shop items open, so maybe if we luck into some passives, then we can just slot those into the inventory. I wonder range it has. It's really difficult to put in your inventory, but if you can get it in there, you've got yourself a real darn good weapon. You didn't get it with tier 4? Ah, yeah. That's the dream, isn't it? Getting a tier 4 weapon. And unlike Brotato, you can't combine things together to get a higher tier version of your armaments. Then again, 9 times out of 10, you really don't need to do that. If either because your current DPS is usually sufficient to take on the next floor, or it doesn't. I don't really think this game needs like some sort of weapon combining feature. It does not seem necessary. Ooh, I can pick 7 spaces. Oh, you got it with a tier 4. I have a tier 3. Yeah, I do have a tier 3. Okay. Okay, we'll put that one there so we can slot in a star amulet. And... okay. If we build out this way, then maybe we'll be able to slot in a trident. But yeah, combining 2 or 3 to upgrade to next tier would be nice. Yeah, I agree. That would be a fun feature to have. Not sure if it is necessary, but... I mean, yeah, even if it required, like, 3, that might be a good enough cost, and require you to, plan and invest a significant number of resources into. Alright, we can at least throw in an... I think about it. Let's see what I can do here. Yeah, okay. Now I can... add a staff. Oh, but if I put this in... might make slotting another item in difficult later. But we can go with this for now. I think having a long-range beam is just beneficial. It's like a sniper staff. Just taking them out from afar. Dang, just 1 level up. So that means I only get 2 spaces. Ooh, got another prism blade. So maybe if I were to put it here and here for now. Okay, what if I were to boot the prism blade for just another magic staff? Trade this in for like some range. Like so, because I got the room for it. Alright, let's move on. Wow, we are floor 10, so we got an elite to take on here. And they are done. They are broken. No, back when I was like using my 3DS a lot, I remember they had like that voice recorder app. I remember using that, just like firing up a YouTube video that had like all the Galactus voice lines from Marvel vs. Capcom 3, just recording each one individually. Never used it for anything. I just thought the lines were really cool and just recorded them on the off chance that I might need them, but I never did. Okay, five floors without leveling is easy. Oh, that's good to hear. Ooh, maybe if I added the inventory spaces here. Yeah, unfortunately, not enough for the oh, wait. Yeah, no, it's not. It's not gonna work. Okay. Put that here. And you know what? Let's reroll, see if we can maybe luck upon a one slot or something. Or maybe a star amulet. That's fine too. Yeah, we'll get this one. Pretty close to that trident. If we can get a level up on this floor, we'll probably have it. Oh, great, we got those sniper eyes, though. This might make things a little tricky to maneuver around. I need to stop running into enemies, too. That would probably be helpful. Where's some barrels? I need to open up some barrels, see if I can get food. Or invincibility. Both of them help. Oh boy. Yep. One here. One here. And so we'll just fill out this spot. Because then we can put this here. And put this here. Ta-da! We got ourselves a trident. Now, maybe with a little bit more expansion, we could perhaps move this ruby staff over and let them reap the benefits. For now, let us witness our power. Oh yeah, look at that extra mess of projectiles and the raining tridents too. Oh man. Yeah, you know what? This is alright. I can dig it. Hey, I killed 5,000 enemies with status effects. Look at that. So even if we don't get a run win, we at least accomplish something tonight. be nice if I could get like a barrel with like a plate of meat though. Could use some meat. Maybe I should just like invest in some lifesteal or recovery. As I said, it's pretty powerful. Yeah. Ooh, what's this? Oh. Plus 10% dodge chance, but plus 2 damage when successfully dodging, reset per floor, but minus 5% move speed when you get hit 2 seconds, and it stacks. So one hit maybe not be so bad, but you get hit enough times, you might find yourself spiraling into death. I don't know if I like this item. Kind of thing that seems like it might be good, but you kind of need to build yourself in that direction. Look at it, I only have 4% dodge chance, so this item would probably end up being my undoing if I were to pick it up, so guess what I'm not going to do. Yeah, it is good with a lot of dodge. I don't know why I have this fire mace locked anymore. I'm not gonna get the space for it. Spyglass. No, I only have one weapon that would really benefit from it. I don't think that would be anything good. Yeah, we'll do one reroll. Hey! Ah, man. Okay, we'll boot the smoke pellets and we'll put this in here. A little extra attack speed, crit chance, and you know what? We'll save crate collar. Wait. That's a tier 3 ruby staff. Okay, I'm gonna sell that and put this in here. Yeah! Why not? It's a straight upgrade. Comes in handy. Have you gotten the last aspect of the wizard? I don't think I have, no. This is actually like my first run with the Warlock. I just say, 5 floors without leveling up. It'd probably be like, yeah, it's the one you get when you clear 5 floors without leveling. Okay. Yeah, that'd be like one of those things where I maybe go for the achievement and then just end the run right there, because you know, the degree with which I would fall behind by not leveling up 5 floors would probably be enough to ruin me. So I'll just get that achievement and then call it a day. Hey, we'll get this. You haven't got it? No, I don't have it. Okay, we'll get more barrels. That'll give me more chances for meat and invincibility and instant level ups. Those are all very nice. Of course, it also gives me more chances for bombs, but you know what? It comes with a price. Like right here. Oh, that's a bomb. There we go. Meat. Trickiest thing is to get in there, get the meat, and then get out without getting hit. Otherwise, the meat is just like a, you know, a one-time shield at this point. I wonder if there are like any items out there that will manipulate like the chances of getting certain things from the barrels. Ah, man, I was so close to a level up. Ah well. Can't win them all. Guess I could just like get 2 spaces and then get this for now. A little extra luck, a little extra move speed. And none of these other things would be of much benefit. We'll move on. Hey, I got myself an instant level up, so we're gonna get a lot of spaces to... We're gonna get a lot of additional spaces next run. Or next floor. Next shop, rest area. I really ought to invest in either lifesteal or recovery. Or barrels, I might have thought would have been handy because, you know, more barrels is more chances for items. Oh. As the saying goes, the only HP that matters is the one between 1 and 0. It has +1 magic, melee, and projectile power for every 2 new inventory slots, and -1 vitality for each new inventory slot, and the start of -10 vitality. Oh, I see. So it's a glass cannon. Essentially, don't get hit, because if you get hit, you're probably gonna die. Interesting. Oh, this is an interesting one. Extra melee power for every adjacent melee weapon, extra magic power for every adjacent enchanted weapon. Do lose out some crit chance, but it's not like I have a whole lot of that to begin with. Okay, I want to see if I can try building out on this side, perhaps. Get 6 spaces. Okay. Let's see what I can shove here. So if I put it here, I'll touch 3 enchanted items. That's like good amount of extra magic power. You know what? I can get this for the luck. Yeah, I'll put that there. Allows me to slot rod in here. Although, if I move this over, it touches more, which gets me a little extra magic power. I put that there, and I put this here. Whoa, look at that! Power of reorganization strikes again. Alright, we're almost 80% of the way to the top. Yeah, this Trident's probably MVP. I think the one thing this game doesn't do that other games do is that they don't really do like a damage breakdown, so, you know, once the run ends, win or lose, you don't see like how much DPS each weapon does for you. You can kind of sort of intuit if you have like certain items that might have like, you know, a running counter one way or another, but otherwise, kind of left in the dark about that, as far as I can tell. Maybe it's in there, I just haven't found it yet. 3 level ups. Oh my god. What is this? Sacred Leaf. Restore health equal to armor at the beginning of every floor. Other healing is 50% less effective. Huh. Interesting trade-off. Oh, and it does give you a lot of vitality and armor right out the gate. So let's see, if I were to put that on, I would recover 19 HP per floor. And you know what? A 20% damage reduction is like nothing to sneeze at either. I do get to pick 6 spaces to expand with, so I'm gonna start here and build out like that. Okay, can put that there. Yeah, what in the leaf? Whoa, bloated. I got an achievement for reaching 25 vitality and magic power. This item here just gives it to me. Okay, so Not getting hit on the floor becomes a lot more important, but if I can manage that, then I'm kind of good to go. We'll give it a few rerolls. Give this a few rerolls. See if we can get like some higher tier items, perhaps. Yeah, can sell that for this scroll. Double our experience gain for these final 4 floors. One more. Ooh, hey, look at that. Tier 2 Fire Wand. I'm gonna go ahead and sell that. So I can slot this in here. Ba-boom. Yeah, none of these other items. You know what? One more. Hey, a Tier 2 Ice Wand. Okay. Yeah. Can sell that. Slot that in there. Oh my god, look at that trident. Could get a second one. All I need to do is sacrifice one square item and a magic staff. I might actually do that, actually. Considering how good one of them is, 2 of them would probably be just absolutely nuts. So yeah, and this one also touches the ruby staff, so it gets even more benefits. Ooh, maybe I want to lock in the wings. That way I can perhaps get them next floor, because it has lifesteal. Although it'll be less effective, but you know what? I can work with that. All right, here we are, home stretch. 3 floors left, or 4 actually. 17, 18, 19, 20. I am currently on the 17th floor, and we get 3 more after this. So we are close, y'all. Oh no, I had to deal with those leaping mofos. Okay. Gotta be extra careful. Gotta keep an eye out for them if they're about to jump, and then I dash. This is like a really large room. I should really be putting more space between myself and the enemies here. Alright, got 2 level ups out of that. Not bad at all. Okay, can pick 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me safely slot in some wings. Oh! I thought that was the 2x2, but it turns out it's just an L shape. Are you at difficulty 1? Yeah, I'm on difficulty 1. I have not. I did do a difficulty 2 run once, and I got my butt handed to me. So I think I'm just doing like a couple of these, and I'll get my stats up and get a couple of some of the good items, and then I'll try my hand at it again. I think I could sell a star amulet. I have a lot of magic power. Can crank up my attack speed. 21%. And we have a 1% chance to do crit damage. That works out. Haven't done difficulty 2 yet, so I don't know how many floors there is at that. I think if there were more floors, they would probably tell you, right? I think I saw my brother play a difficulty 2 run, and I think it was just ended at floor 20. I think. Yeah, we'll do a few rerolls, see if we can get a 1 slot item, 1 square item. Wow, man! This one comes with recovery. And magic power, but it kind of nerfs lifesteal, though. This hourglass would have been handy if I had more move speed, but equipping that would be a detriment to me. I would lock this in for now, though. Should I just sell my wings and go for the natural regeneration. Yeah, I think I will. Put that in there. One more reroll. Hey, look at that. Nope, not useful. This one will be, though. Okay, so I'm a little... I'll probably be noticeably slower, but hopefully the extra attack speed I get will allow me to fend off the horde. I also have a dash. Can't forget that I have a dash. If I see something jumping at me, I can perhaps jump out of the way. There we go. Get in there and mess him up. Now time to get out. Given how short that is, that really is just a, you know, very brief period of taking him on or get the heck out of there. I really need to stop getting into the fray. Alright, still have a lot of HP. I like when you have 0 or less dodge or crit, then take an item that does some things and -1 or more of dodge. Then it's like giving those pluses for free. That is very true, right? Yeah, the ones that have like a percentage chance if you get them negative, then might as well just keep on moving in that direction, because it's not gonna... It's not like they'll give you like a negative chance of doing less damage or something like that, right? That is a good strategy. Alright, we'll put that out in the square. You can reroll something. Oh. Eh. This one gets me an elite enemy, though. I don't know if I want something that late in the game. 10% more enemies is also not something I want. What? Let's re-roll. Hey, skull. Oh, hey, this is the one I unlocked not too long ago. Bunch of experience gain, a little extra power, but we're getting even less move speed. And honestly, the experience gain isn't gonna be of much benefit at this point. Yeah, I could take a bracer though. And then conditional 2 armor. Doesn't seem that bad. Oh, wait, water skin. You know what? That would probably be useful, right? 0.6 health per second, so... It's almost like getting 1 health every other second, which is like about 50 extra HP. That will probably come in handy. Yeah, I'm gonna let the skull go. Experience gain at this point is not worth it. At least trying to kind of work my way around it. It would be good with that. You need -50 move speed to get the number 2 aspect of the Juggernaut. Yeah, I could see that. For those characters that are going to be very slow to begin with, yeah, bump up their defensive stats, either armor or dodge, so that they can face tank things. Also get some way to recover or HP too, whether it be like natural regeneration or lifesteal. Yeah, at this point it's just running around in circles. Don't worry about the center. At least try not to worry about it too much, especially if there's like nothing like a barrel. Ah, good thing I got that pickup when I did. Alright, whew. Here it is, we're at the final floor. This is it for all the marbles. Okay. Oh, if I put this here... Actually, I want a space up there. Boom! I got it. Okay. No, I can put that there. I wanted to show up here. There we go. I'll put one up there. And... Isn't it floor 20 that's the final? Yeah, it is. I am about to enter floor 20, right? This is like the floor I just left, floor 19? Or am I wrong? Is it? I don't remember. Well, if I sell off my experience boosters here, it probably won't hurt me too much, right? Because that's what I'm angling for, at least. Actually, if we put it like that, put this over here, so I can slot this in here. Yeah, you know what? We'll just keep increasing our recoveries. Now, 0.85 health per second. Why not? We'll boost our... Well, actually, that's just a luck increase. Probably not as useful. Oh, hey. Tier 4 Prism Blade, sure. Wrap things up like that. Alright. Well, these only affect experience and resource gain. It's not like they affect my other stats. Oh! Wait. Tier 2 Ice Wand. Make sure I'm selling the right thing. Yep. I can slot this in here. Yeah, you know what, let's do a few rerolls, see if we can perhaps get ourselves some higher tiered other weapons as well. Like so. Sell them, I guess? That'll probably be a good thing to do. Oh man, a tier 3 Prism Blade. Because then you can get like 2 more items, indeed. Indeed I could. Oh, see, this is one that might have come in handy if I found it earlier. Some more experience gain. I mean, if we are entering the final floor, then might as well jack up the other stats, right? Oh, hey. Oh. A lot of vitality, a lot of recovery, a little less armor. Let's see. I could sell one of these star amulets. Put this over here. Sell scroll. Put the belt here. And we could just get a bracer to offset the armor penalty. Yeah, okay. Where are we at? 1.15 health per second, so get ourselves a good amount of extra health. Alright. I think I can do this. Yep, there we go, floor 20. So, a minute and a half. Once again, we face off against Okay, that specific character like has a name. I just don't know what the name is at the moment. Oh my god. It is getting annihilated. Holy cow. Normally, its health would just be ticking down, but man, that thing is just disappearing. And the best part about it is, if you defeat the boss, you instantly win. That's it. You don't need to survive the rest of the time. You just... That's it. You get victory right there and then. Haha. Look at that. Woo! Yeah, Trident. I know, right? MVP. Oh my god. Insane, right? Even having just one of them probably would have got me the victory, but having two of them got me all the way. Oh man. I mean, this is a difficulty 1 win, but hey, win is a win, right? As is kind of the weird things, like if you win, right, and you want to just not do a new run, they'll kind of just kick you back to the main menu. Can't really go back like you can if you just select a new run. So yeah, like I said, there are other characters here. You know, some of them are silhouetted. You have the aspects that require you to do other things. You know, it's not always the same thing. It's like unique conditions, so it does at least encourage you to kind of build out, try to explore different builds and maybe aim for different types of items that you know will give you the big boosts, and then maybe help you see maybe certain other synergies. I kind of like that, right? Reminds me of another game that I played a couple years back called Nobody Saves the World. It does something similar with like its quest system, right? So it has like different forms that you can unlock different abilities for, and then some of the quests they have will be like, hey, you know, get a certain number of kills with this other ability with this other form. So try to clue you in on like certain synergies that you can perhaps work with and build your characters out in that direction. All right. Well, in any case, I think we can end it there. End on a W, right? End on a good note. That has been a look at God of Weapons. It's a pretty good time. You know, it's one of those types of games you can fire up, listen to a podcast, or if you just have enough time to do one run, do that real quick with this one, and get on with your day. As I mentioned, like, you know, on the top of the stream, it does borrow a couple things from other games. For example, like the inventory management and synergy stuff from Backpack Hero, kind of like the structure and sort of character attribute stuff from Potato, and the look, low poly look and feel from, say, Soulstone Survivors. But I think like puts them all together in a way that makes it pretty unique. Lets it stand out from the ton of horde survival games out there. Backpack Hero is so awesome. I agree. Are you also a founder? No, I'm not a founder. I bought it like a little while later. I think it might have been like one of those things where I perhaps like read about it in like an article somewhere, but that just, I don't know, it didn't stick with me. And then, you know, I was talking to my brother, and then he said he picked it up and was like, yeah, man, this game is like real cool and stuff. So I decided to pick it up, and you know what? He was right. It's pretty cool. I think they're about to like, they're kind of ramping up for a 1.0 release very soon. So they've been putting out like tons of previews of like, you know, their story mode and saying that there's going to be meta progression and stuff. So we'll see how that pans out. I'm pretty excited for them because I do like what they have at the base. Are you a founder, Twin P? I imagine you might have been. I can see you following that one pretty closely. You are! Ah, that's cool. I'm sure they appreciate your support. I know I do. Alright. In any case, I think that will do it. That will do it for this stream. So I want to thank everyone who came by and lurked, came by and chatted, stopped, stayed, and watched. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I'm gonna go find someone to raid. We'll see who's out there. Oh, I should probably refresh. I feel like these things like automatically refresh, but I guess it might be partially psychological thing too. Because at least guarantee that, you know, all these folks that are currently seeing on the screen are like actually streaming at the moment. Don't have to worry about raiding into an offline stream. that's always the worst case scenario. Like a raid that just goes nowhere. This game does like a weird thing where it doesn't loop to music unless you're like actually focusing on the window. So when I was at like the just starting screen and then the game would like end the track, I would have to go back to it in order to start the track again. Otherwise, we'd just be sitting in awkward silence. Oh, I did have another amusing moment. I was like considering picking up Cyberpunk 2077 while I was like talking with my friend group, and I was like went to the store page and then I saw, oh my god, so there's only like less than a day left to buy it, and I was like panicking. I think I was like, it was a good thing I was like talking with my friends because they just just asked me, you planning on playing it soon? And I just replied, no, actually I'm not. And they said, yeah, don't worry about it then, just let it pass. Right. Because there are more sales coming up soon, and you can probably bet that Cyberpunk will probably also go on sale then too. And might even be bigger. I mean, hey, 40% is like nothing to sneeze at, but you know, if you can wait, you might get yourself a more substantial discount. And hey, who knows, Phantom Liberty might be on sale too, which means you could get yourself the bundle deal for a bigger discount. Oh man. It's always the conundrum, like tons and tons of people that you could probably raid into, but you can always pick one after every stream. See quite a few people playing Sonic Frontiers as well. The game got an update, right? I heard people talking about how it was like extremely challenging. It's like the rest of the game maybe doesn't put you to the test too much, but this new stuff is like, Yeah, hopefully you got godlike reflexes, because you're gonna need it. Hmm. You had to click into the window to focus it to get the music to loop. Man, programming quirks are interesting sometimes. Okay, you know what? I think I might have found someone. They're playing a game I do want to play later, but it's gonna be like a future thing. Maybe once I get a new model, I'll put that on the short list. That's probably something I should do. Just like put up a site that's just like games I've played, games I've beat, games I want to eventually get around to. Lots of things I could do, but for now, let's see if they have raids open. Okay, it looks like they do. Alright, cool. Stella V4 is playing Bug Fables. Yeah, that's a game I want to eventually get to. It's like Paper Mario? Right, old school Paper Mario, like Paper Mario 64 and Thousand Year Door. They made an indie game kind of based off of that, so... yeah, that should be pretty cool. In any case, I'll be back on Wednesday. We'll continue the Crew 2 then. And, let's see. What's a raid we could do? Maybe we just, like, drop a raid emote. Because I can't think of anything creative at the moment. God raid? Because we were playing God of Weapons, get it? Also sounds close to God Rays, which is like a technical term for what is that? What's that thing they call it in general? Anyways, that. HDR, right? It's HDR lighting. That's what it's called. Anyways, yeah, if you're joining on the raid, give them that. Otherwise, have a good rest of your weekend. See you Wednesday.